Mountain bike forks are really amazing little pieces of modern technology in manufacturing. However, these two forks in particular are literally turning the mountain bike suspension world upside down and really pushing the envelope of what modern mountain bike suspension really means. Today, we're going to take a look at the Fox Podium and the Push Industries 9-1 inverted suspension forks. Now, both of these forks are inverted or upside down style forks, which means that the stanchions are going to be down here at the bottom of the fork rather than up top that you would find on a typical mountain bike fork. And this offers a lot of pretty unique advantages. Number one, you're going to have a ton more bushing overlap on the stanchions, and the seals down here are always going to be saturated down in oil. This is going to result in two pretty unique riding characteristics. Number one, the fork's going to be a lot more plush and a lot more stiff fore and aft due to that extra bushing overlap. However, this extra performance does come at a pretty significant cost, not only financially, but physically. These are heavy forks. This Fox Podium is 2,700 grams, and this Push Industries 9-1 is 2,800 grams. These are both significantly heavier than the equivalent Fox 38 or RockShox Zeb style forks. Now, both these forks are going to offer those advantages of inverted style fork. However, let's get into the differences of the forks themselves, starting with this Fox Podium here. Fox released this Podium fork earlier this year to a lot of buzz. This is really Fox's first attempt at an inverted style trail fork, and they did a lot of things right here. This is going to be an air sprung fork available in either 170 or 160 millimeters of travel. It's built using their Grip X2 damper, which is battle proven and race winning. This thing's also going to have the most amount of bushing overlap out of any mountain bike fork Fox has ever produced. There's 175 millimeters of bushing overlap, resulting in extremely stiff fore and aft movement. This thing is also going to be extremely stiff torsionally, and that is a big part to this 20 millimeter downhill axle. This thing is made out of steel and extremely beefy. However, your standard front boost wheel may not be compatible with this, so it's definitely worth something checking out before you throw it on your bike. Because this is an upside down style fork, the valve to adjust the air spring is down here at the bottom, which is a little funky, but definitely not a deal breaker. It is right next here to your brake. And speaking of brakes, this thing uses a 200 mil rotor right out of the box. This thing also comes equipped with a moto style fender, which mounts up here to the top of the fork. It looks very sweet. And if you're riding someplace that's wet and muddy, it'll help keep you and your bike a little cleaner. All in all, if you're looking for an inverted style fork with unrivaled stiffness and unparalleled performance, and you want the versatility of an air spring, definitely check out the Fox Podium in either 160 or 170 millimeters flavors of travel. Next, we're going to take a look at the Push Industries 9-1 fork. If you're unfamiliar, Push Industries is a very boutique suspension brand based out of Colorado, specializing in coil actuated suspension. And this 9-1 fork is their first foray into the mountain bike fork suspension game. Previously, they've only sold conversion kits for your air fork to convert it to coil. And you can tell they've spent the past 4 years really developing and perfecting this fork, and there's a lot of really nice little touches here. Like I said, this is going to be an air sprung fork, but Push's damper is going to offer 28 clicks of both high speed and low speed compression with 18 clicks of low speed rebound adjustment. Push is introducing something called their sub chamber, which is honestly a really compelling feature that I haven't seen before. This is a coil and air spring hybrid. What this allows, it allows for that really nice small bump sensitivity that you get out of a coil with that progressive feel of an air spring that could be toggled on and off. There's also a hydraulic bottom out here that could be adjusted between 0 to 30 PSI. So this fork, although it's a coil, could still be highly tunable and versatile like an air fork. Push did a lot of work to make this thing as easy to live with as possible, and it made sure it's user serviceable as possible. The bleeder valves back here can actually just be removed, and you can put a syringe in there to remove and add oil for your fork service. And this can be done without removing the fork and without even removing the front wheel. The lower axle lugs down here are also beautifully machined in Colorado, and out of the box can use either 180 or 200 mil rotor without the need of an unsightly brake adapter. They can also be swapped out for ones of different offsets. So if you're running a 275 fork or a 29-inch wheel, you could run different lugs, and that could be done at home by the user. I'm also happy to see that this fork is using a traditional 15 by 110 front axle. This means that your current boost wheel set is most likely going to be compatible with this fork. However, this 15mm axle is going to result in a less torsional stiffness. Now this fork ships as either 160 or 170 millimeters of travel, but can be adjusted down to 140 millimeters of travel in 10mm increments without the need of purchasing additional parts. So if you want an inverted style fork with the consistency of a coil, with the versatility of an air spring, and you want something that's made in Colorado, that's well designed, definitely check out the Push Industries 9-1 fork. You can definitely tell that they put a lot of love and time into this thing. Now both these forks are top tier performers, but that performance does come at a pretty significant cost, both financially and physically. We already mentioned that these are pretty heavy forks, but we haven't talked about the cost. This Fox Podium Fork retails for $2,100, and this Push Industries 9-1 at the time of recording is just under $2,300. That is a significant price. However, these are forks that offered unparalleled plushness and stiffness. So if you're a rider looking to get the max out of their fork, these might be for you. However, if these aren't for you, we have a ton of forks right now on closeout, and we have a team of gear advisors who are standing by to get you dialed on your next suspension fork. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, keep pedaling.